Welcome back to the channel, Dad's Garage HD. I'm Ironhead, and thanks for watching. Doing a lot of busy stuff these days. Been a while since I posted anything, but I've been pretty busy. Today it's kind of a sad day, but then a happy day too. Depends on how you look at it. The sad part is we're having to say goodbye to our latest project, the 2006 50th anniversary R1. We call it Bumblebee. So Bumblebee is going to be taken over by a young man that's coming down from Arkansas and is interested in the bike, and we have agreed on a price, and they are paying me to bring the bike to them. So we're going to load Bumblebee on the trailer. It's hooked up to the truck out there, all ready to go. We're going to load Bumblebee on the trailer, secure it down, and drive about 2.5 hours away and bid farewell to this terrific bike. I hate to see this bike go. This is one of my favorites, if not the favorite flip bike that I had. But, you know, that's the part. You get attached to these things, and the next thing you know, it's time to say goodbye. So we will have one less bike in the garage. Right now, Saboteur, which is my son's 25 ZX6R, is in the shop in Plano. So that'll be added to the garage. But Bumblebee will be going to a new home, and the guy is going to take really good care of it, and he's going to enjoy the heck out of it. So let's get the bike loaded up. Let's get it off and let him enjoy his new purchase. Okay, as you can see, I have her on the trailer. She's ready to go, and this is the way I like to this is like just like anything else. There's several ways you could do this. All of them, most of them, will work. This is the way I like to do it. I do it the throttle, and I make sure that the choke is not pulling on the throttle. Not that it matters, because these are fuel injected, and so it really doesn't matter. But I'm an old timer that used to work with bikes that had carbs, so I'm still got that bred into me. So anyway, I'm gonna go put this on the handlebar like this, and it's sitting really nicely in these chocks that I have installed on the trailer. Make sure that's straight. And I'm going to do this for the other side as well. Just kind of wrapping it around. I call it a choke with a wrap. That's from my ironworker days. Well, you Harley guys, take it easy on me. I know that these are Harley straps that I'm putting on here. But they all serve the purpose. And I'm not going terribly far, but yet just want a little security. Now, I don't want to pull down too far on the forks severely. So just gonna kind of put a little tension on it, and then what I'm going to do is secure the back, stabilize the front into the mount, and then make sure that the back doesn't hop around. So I utilize these wonderful passenger pegs. Every bike is different. This one is no exception. Got a nice snug start to that one. Yep, and so the nickname Ironhead comes from being an iron worker. So there we are. Snug, but not damaging, and definitely won't go anywhere. All right, guys, so we are headed to meet the new owner of Bumblebee, and we probably got about 2.5 hours until we get there, so it's going to be a little bit of a trip. Got some snacks, some drinks in a little cooler, and going to sit back here and just drive and try to get there and see the guy's face when he finally gets his new bike. All right, we're still on the road, headed to Oklahoma, taking Bumblebee to his new owner, and we still got a good ways to go. But I did want to touch on a couple of different things, especially when it deals with marketplace purchases and selling something on marketplace. And this is the guide, Dad's Garage Guide. This is what I do. If you have something that's different that works for you, then that's fine. But I just want to bring awareness to things that you probably need to know, and your dads and your brothers or your family have probably taught you how to do this. If not, it's just pretty much common sense. So, number one, if you're buying something, make sure that you're in meet at a public location. And if you're not meeting at a public location, make sure you bring somebody with you. If you can't bring somebody with you, like in my case, man, most of my friends are working. My son's working. My wife is working. There's no way that I have people that are able to just drop and go with me when this thing. Now, sometimes they do, but I mean, the majority of the time I do this by myself. And when I say by myself, I'm not totally by myself. This is Texas, and I have an LTC, so I do carry my weapon with me on my hip. So I have a license to carry, and it is reciprocated in the surrounding states, Oklahoma, Arkansas. You know, they honor my license to carry, so it's a legal friend to bring with you to marketplace. Now, I don't take this thing to flaunt it or hope to use it or anything. It's for strictly emergencies. It's a break glass, type of thing. So nevertheless, bring somebody with you, take your friend with you, whatever you got to do. Make sure that you have a backup plan in case things go south. All right. The next thing, leave your cash in the car. Leave your money in the car, lock the car. If you're buying something, make sure that you lock your vehicle, lock the money in your vehicle, park away, but don't park where your back is to the person you're purchasing from. Look, we're going to make these big purchases. Sometimes I make $9,000, $10,000 purchases, so they know that I'm carrying $9,000 or $10,000. You want to make sure that your mind is thinking with your spidey sense, your street sense. Make sure that you're thinking there are some bad guys out there. Unfortunately, we've got to talk about this. The majority of the people are just trying to sell their things and make a buck. Just trying to, unload something that sits in their garage or whatever. But they're trying to get the value out of it. You don't want to go with zero. You might as well just chunk it in the garbage. So if you're buying, leave your money in the car, observe the thing. If you agree that you're purchasing, walk back to the car, never turning your back to the people that know that you're going to get money. Don't let people walk with you to the car. They don't need to walk with you to your car. You go to your car, you get your stuff, you keep one eye on that and one eye on what you're doing. Just make sure you know your surroundings. Okay, so that pretty much covers that, and everybody's got that message, I believe. The next thing is you want to make sure that when you have pre-counted all the money, you want this as short as possible. We don't want prolonged purchases. Make sure you have pre-counted the money. I pre-count the money and I put it in a bank envelope or a regular envelope. And I make sure, counted 3-4 times, that every penny is there. While they're counting their money, you're gathering your stuff and you're putting it in the vehicle. Or you're gathering your stuff, getting ready to put it in the vehicle. I wouldn't want someone putting my stuff in their vehicle before I counted their money. So you want to probably show that little bit of respect. We made the purchase and we're leaving. Okay. Now, selling, same thing. You're selling something, make sure it's ready. Make sure it's presentable. Make sure you make the deal and be comfortable with that deal. So when you get that cash, you need to take that cash and leave immediately. I mean, you need to take that cash, put it on your person, stick it in your pocket, whatever, after you count the money. Make sure you put that away. Make sure you're using your spidey sense, your street smarts, and you're watching what's going on. So far, we've made a purchase and we've sold. And we've been smart. We've used our street smarts. We're making sure that we're keeping an eye on the person. And it's a damn shame that we have to discuss this. But I refuse to think that there is no more faith in our fellow man. These are one-off people, but you don't want to be that one. You don't want to be that lightning strike. You know? I mean, we hear about things like this happening all the time, but you don't want to be that person. And so these things are made to prevent that as much as possible. Now, look, there's some stuff you just can't prevent. People are hell-bent on taking what you have and then doing that. And if that's the case, let them have it. Don't risk your life over the cash. This is not an exact science. Don't risk your life. Give it to them. Don't hold on to it. Don't refuse. Unless you can get behind cover in some form or fashion, get in front of somebody. The public place makes that a little bit harder for someone to hide when they're doing that to you. So when that happens, be sure and don't resist. If they have a gun, hand it to them. Give them anything they want. But that public place, as soon as you get the chance, you scream at the top of your lungs, draw attention to yourself, draw somebody's attention that can be a witness to a getaway vehicle, a person that's leaving, whatever the case is. You want to make sure that you have everything down. Okay. One other thing, if you're selling a vehicle, a motorcycle, a bicycle, or whatever, scooter, make sure cash in hand before they ride. Now, part of that is obvious. Cash in hand prevents them from just riding off into the sunset and you never seeing them again. Cash in hand also is your Geico, your Progressive, your insurance, that if they wreck or damage something during a test drive, you're paid. You're getting your money that you asked for on Marketplace. By no circumstance should ever warrant, just go ahead and test drive it. Don't do that, man. that will definitely be your nemesis. It's you're just kind of asking for it if that happens. So make sure that you get the money up front. Cash, test drive, you're good. And like I said, man, I just refuse to believe that everybody's bad. I've done several of these. I've never had any issues. I've been spooked a couple of times because of the actions of some people, because some people you just can't read. And I've been spooked a little bit, and so took extra precautions when that happened. But for the most part, with me carrying my weapon everywhere I go, I'm going to make sure that I don't get in a bad spot and somebody doesn't try to hurt me or hurt somebody I'm with or take my property without purchasing. Look, this is just the way I do things. So if maybe you guys have a better way, maybe you have a different way, and I'd love to hear what those ways are. I mean, I don't think this is mentioned enough. In fact, on all the videos that I've seen, or I'm sure they're out there, but I haven't really heard of anybody discussing steps to take to ensure that you're aware and that you don't get ripped off by somebody that has ill intentions. Like I said, somebody wants to hurt you, let them have it. If you can't safely get out of reach of somebody with your property, let them have the property. If you can't get out of reach with somebody with your money, let them have it. Let them have it. But make sure that as soon as you can, you make a spectacle of yourself so you can gain witnesses to see who this person is, a license plate, description, eyewitness, whatever, because you are in a public place. And those people that take the chances to go to someone's house, there you go. You know where they live. But if they're coming to your house and you're selling this and they rip you off, there's not really a way to track anybody down like that, because Facebook, anybody can get a Facebook profile and talk to you, especially people with bad intentions. They know ways around that, and you can't trace it. Yeah. So that's the way I do things. Please leave comments. Let me know how you guys do a marketplace purchase, how you do a marketplace sell. If there's something different that you do that I didn't mention, I'm sure there are much better or different ways to do things. But that's just the way I look at things and the way I do things. So we're about an hour and a half away from delivering Bumblebee to his new owner, and I know this guy's excited. He probably didn't sleep last night. He sounded like he was pretty excited about buying the bike, and I'm very sad to see the bike go, but this is what we do. We're Dad's Garage HD. We do this as a hobby. We do it to do videos. We do it to maybe one day this will be my retirement. I'm not retiring yet. I've got like 5 years. I still have to keep my day job. But one day I hope to just work on motorcycles, man. That's my passion, is just flipping bikes, working on people's bikes for a reasonable price, man. Not ripping somebody off like these dealerships do. And look, you need the dealership for certain things. They've made sure of that, computers, software, stuff like that that's proprietary. They made sure that we can't get that as far as, your garage mechanics and your private shop mechanics. So they've made sure about this. We're trying to do the best we can to save money. Scoot over. Sorry. We're trying to do the best we can to save money, make sure that that we're not just ripping somebody off. There's no sense in that. Especially all these kids that my son brings over, all the buddies that I've met. You know, these guys aren't rich. They're pouring $300 into a tire, you know, man. It's all they can do to buy a tire. You know, you don't have to charge them $150 to mount the damn thing. So we try to really be reasonable, and I've gained a lot of business by being affordable and gained a lot of trust in people to work on their bikes and to know that I'm going to do everything I can to do it correctly. And if I screw it up, I'll fix it again out of my own pocket, you know. So anyway, so Dad's Garage HD, that's what we do. We sell these bikes, and that's why this one particular is going to be is going to a good home. Hopefully he takes care of it. It's going to be his to do with what he chooses. My son is really depressed about the bike. I just wanted to reiterate that he really loved this bike, and despite having the Ninja 500 and the ZX6, this R1 was one of his favorites. I think his dream bike was a matte black Yamaha R1. I think that's what he started saying when he was just a teenager, and it's really not been the case. He started on the 500, of course, and the 2-cylinder V-twin, and then he's just recently graduated to the 636, which is a very nice, very powerful bike for a 600. So his next step is probably be a leader bike, but in that case, maybe he'll get his R1 one day. And there's nothing that I would like more is to give this bike to him, but it's just not what we do. They make them every year. They made these all over the United States, and somebody is selling another one. So that's kind of the way I look at things. If I have to sell something, no big deal. I bought it once, I'll buy it again. Anyway, so about an hour and a half away, and I'll pick you up when we get closer. Yeah, so guys, we're finally here, Callister, Oklahoma, meeting up with Bo and Stan. Stan?
Yes.
Sorry about that. I'm horrible at names. Bo and Stan. Bo is going to be the lucky recipient if he chooses to walk away with this thing, which I think I see his face, and I believe that's what it's going to do. So anyway, Bo, it's yours, man. Turn the key on. You can take a look at how it runs, whatever you want to do. Yeah. So it's got a power commander under the seat, okay, which is a tuner.
Yes, sir.
This thing will keep up with a Hayabusa.
Okay. Yes, sir.
It's a very powerful leader bike.
Okay. So you said I don't need to touch that or take it anywhere.
It's got a map on it that they recommended for this model. Okay. I went in and I messed with the fuel to air ratios just because it wasn't idling right, and the initial 4,000 RPM, 0 to 4,000 was a little iffy. Okay. So I got it tuned in a little bit. Yeah. Okay. It's probably got 10%, but you can plug in a USB, download the app, whatever you want to do. If you want to call me for anything ever, you're more than welcome to.
Yes, sir.
That's what I do.
I told him. That's what I got a B-Max, so I told him he's real leery. I'm a pastor. I'm a pretty good judge of character.
Yes, sir.
I said this guy, he's legit, man. He knows what he's doing. So,
yeah, oh yeah, definitely, man.
I asked you about when I was kind of the one communicating with you because he don't know.
Okay.
When I asked you about the flywheel, I know that's an issue with these. They magnet the brake off, getting the So when you replace that, so this guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah, unfortunately it happened. I had an R1 before this one, and I sold it to the guy. And he writes, about 30 days later, he goes, Jerry, I got a problem. And he sends me the video, and I'm thinking, oh man, it's a rod, it's a crankshaft issue. He goes, did you know about this? And I'm going, no, dude, I didn't know anything about it. Now, these bikes are as is. I can't do anything about that.
Oh, yeah,
but I went and got the bike, and I gave him a break on the labor, fixed it. Cost him $1,100 to salvage his motor. I took it back yesterday. He's happy as a lark.
So if I were to ever have any problems with it, I can give you a call and you can fix. I would obviously pay, but you
absolutely, absolutely. I'm $75 an hour versus $150. So yes.
But it'd be a 5-hour drive.
It would be a 5-hour drive.
5-hour drive, yes, yep. And I do have a trailer, and we can work a deal out if I needed to help you out that way or something like that. But yeah, it won't be free, you know. And I can't do that and still run my side business.
Right? No, we're yeah. Like I said, I'm a pastor.
Yes, sir.
We're godly people. We wouldn't want to.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that's why I'm saying that I understood, because we deal with, you know, you deal with shady people. I'm sure you deal with shady people.
That's right. That's right. And that's pretty much about what this series is about, Pastor. Is that I'm kind of telling my audience here about how to work and how to make deals on Marketplace, and how to be safe, and how to use your spidey sense, and make sure that you don't turn your back to somebody, so to speak.
Right.
Again, this is a 2006.
Yes, sir.
It is a 20-year-old bike. It's in very, very good shape. I have seen nothing in the motor. I've been through it, and I've seen nothing that's going to tell me anything's going to happen. If it did, I would fix it.
Yes, sir.
Right now, as you can tell, she sounds really good. It's got the Yamaha tick. That's a Yamaha thing. It's a flat plane motor instead of the cross plane that they have now. And if you smell a little bit of oil, it's because I just recently changed the oil and filter on it. So,
I mean, I've seen, like I said, you're, and that's what I told you. He's not going to sell you something be shady. I said,
no, definitely not.
Review. I said, he's not going to do that because you do this, and you don't want.
And I have YouTube,
So
Instagram, Facebook.
And he was looking at Chicksers, and I said, I told him there's one I didn't have a good feeling about, and I told him I had a good feeling about you.
Right.
And so
that's good. I appreciate that, and I'm glad I portray that kind of a mod. But
I already like the flags.
Yeah, and I'm a true patriot.
Amen.
Through and through.
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately, we got to protect ourselves and our family these days, so I make sure that I am always ready for that.
I got enhanced, so
I just had to renew mine, and I did the enhanced.
All right.
So I think we're like-minded in a lot of things.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you're a man of faith.
I am. I'm not deeply in it. I'm not a pastor, but I do try to go to church, and I try to listen to the Word.
Yes,
and I try to apply it into my life.
I'm going to give you that to take home with you for free.
What is it?
It's anointing oil.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, pray, anoint, and pray.
Very cool. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
So you want to test drive? You can bring your helmet?
I didn't bring a helmet.
Okay, well, just if you want to be careful, just... Yeah.
We're going to give you that.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
We're not messing around.
How much is here?
74.
Okay.
The bank discounted.
Yep.
You can count it.
Yeah, I'm going to.
And I'm going to have to work with
Yeah. Last time I did the same thing, he was off $100, but I gave it back to him. You thought I was going to say the other way, didn't you? Yeah. No. That's one of the things that we talked about on my series here, is making sure that you have the money in your hand before they test drive the bike, and it protects everybody. It protects you, protects me. It's my Geico insurance policy that in case something happens, you bought the bike, and in case you don't like it, then I hand this back to you, and everything's good.
No, buddy. appreciate you meeting us.
Yes,
for
sir.
sure.
Yes.
I mean,
Well, he paid an extra $100 for it, you know.
right. Well,
That paid for the fuel,
It was
you know.
worth for us because it would have cost us in gas and that diesel to do that. All right, well,
Is that sweet or what?
we just need to be able to get it in the truck. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll help you guys too.
How we can.
Perfect.
I think that'll help out a lot.
Well, it's a lot less steep,
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
What side do you want to go up on? That side?
That'd be fine with me. You want- That was uneventful. So this was a textbook sale on Marketplace. Some really good folks. And now they are going away with their purchase. And he's happy as a lark. And I'm headed back home. Again, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my content, subscribe.